Okay, so we're all hearing about generative AI, right? But what if I told you the real AI revolution, the one that's going to change everything, is happening somewhere completely different? In this explainer, we're cutting through the noise to look at the huge untapped potential that's set to transform industry as we know it. Let's kick things off with a pretty powerful reality check, and this comes from a Turing Award winner. Think about it. As cool as today's generative AI is, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The real economic engine of AI, its power to completely overhaul the industrial world, well, that engine has barely even turned over yet.
So, what are we even talking about here? What does this future actually look like? Well, let's jump in our time machine, fast forward to 2035, and take a peek at this vision for a new industrial age. One that's built on data and frankly powered by a totally different kind of intelligence. Okay, get ready for this number. By 2035, industries are looking at a 60% jump in labor productivity. I mean, that's not just a small adjustment, that's a total reinvention of how we create value.
And you might be asking, how in the world do we get a productivity boom that big? Well, the answer is scale. Sheer, massive scale. See, this isn't some niche tech for a few big players. The projections show that over 85% of companies, 85%, are going to have AI baked right into their core operations.
And listen, this isn't just about software or something happening in the cloud. Nope, this is a physical revolution right down on the factory floor. We're talking about truly intelligent factories where robotic arms can switch from one process to another in just seconds. I mean, that creates a level of flexibility that's, well, it's something we've just never seen before.
And the ripple effects, they touch absolutely everything. Think about it. On the production line, equipment effectiveness shoots up past 90%, and defect rates, they pretty much vanish. That alone drives production costs down by a whopping 40%. But it doesn't stop there. AI starts to act like a digital inventor, discovering new materials from scratch, and it turns our supply chains into these seamless, intelligent networks that basically manage themselves.
Okay, but this amazing future isn't just going to happen on its own. It's not a done deal. To get there, we have to face two huge hurdles head-on. And honestly, these are the two things every leader should be focused on right now: reliability and regulation.
And this really gets to the core of the trust problem, doesn't it? Our traditional systems, they're built like glass boxes. You can see right inside, understand exactly how they work, and pretty much guarantee the outcome. But the AI we have today, it's often a black box. We know what goes in, we see what comes out, but that whole process in the middle, it's a mystery. And when you're talking about a high-stakes factory floor or a critical power grid, mystery is a total deal breaker.
And that brings up another massive difference. You see, consumer AI gets to learn from the endless, massive ocean of data on the internet. Industrial AI, it has to learn from the exact opposite. It has to learn from super rare, catastrophic failures. So how on earth do you train an AI on an event that your entire team works around the clock to make sure never happens? That data is, by its very nature, incredibly, incredibly scarce.
Which naturally leads us to that second hurdle, regulation. Right now, without a clear set of rules, putting an AI in charge of a critical process is a huge gamble. I mean, who's on the hook when something goes wrong? What leader wants their company to be the legal guinea pig? That uncertainty, all by itself, is enough to grind widespread adoption to a halt. So, the big question is, how do we get past these challenges? Well, there is a strategic plan. The path forward, the one that unlocks all this industrial potential, is really built on two key pillars. Okay, pillar number one is all about creating something called hybrid solutions. Now, this is not about ripping out all your old systems and starting from scratch. No way. It's about smartly blending the rock-solid reliability of traditional engineering with the amazing dynamic power of data-driven AI. You get the best of both worlds, and that is how we start building systems we can truly trust. So this gives us a really clear two-step strategy. Step one is all about what you do internally. You build reliability from the ground up using these hybrid architectures. Then, step two is external. You help build industry-wide trust. And you do that by collaborating on open platforms, sharing data, and agreeing on common-sense regulations. And let me be clear about that second step, collaboration. It's totally non-negotiable. There is no way one company, no matter how big, can solve this puzzle alone. A technological leap of this size, it demands a global effort. We all have to come together to create the shared standards and open platforms we need for industrial AI that we can all rely on. Which brings us to what might be the most important point of all. This whole thing, it's not just another tech challenge you have to manage. It is a massive leadership opportunity just waiting to be seized.
When you boil it all down, this is about one thing: building a foundation of trust. We're not just making smarter machines for the sake of it. We're building systems that are secure, that are ethical, and that are designed from day one to deliver on the outcomes that are absolutely critical to your business.
So, what's your role as a leader in all of this? It's to guide this transformation. That means you need to be the champion for hybrid systems inside your own company, while at the same time advocating for open collaboration outside of it. It really is about finding that sweet spot between moving fast and building things that are made to last. It's how you ensure your organization isn't just following along in this new age, but is actually one of the pioneers leading the way.
Look, the opportunity here is absolutely immense, but the window to lead is closing. It's right now. This AI-native transformation, it's not a question of if it's coming, it's a question of when. So the final question, the one every leader needs to ask themselves, is this: are you going to shape this new industrial age, or are you going to let it shape you?